Good morning, children, and welcome to my new class. So, here today we are going to start chapter number 2, A Secret for Two. This is adapted from A Secret for Two by Quentin Reynolds. Now, let us see who Quentin Reynolds is. Quentin Reynolds was an author and a war correspondent. War correspondent means a person who used to report about the events taking place in the war. You know what are correspondents? He is known as one of the bravest war correspondents for his reporting during World War II. His published work includes many short stories, a biography, and an autobiography. So let us see what the story is. Before we start, I'll just give you a brief outline of the story. It's a very nice story, A Secret for Two. Now here, as the title says, A Secret for Two. So who are the two people here, or who are the two uh, mm, things or people here who are going to be the important part of the story? No one knew old Pear's secret except Joseph. So here we come to know the two main characters are Pear and Joseph. And he was not going to share it with anybody. So here we come to know that there is some secret between these two people, Pear and Joseph. Now let us first see who is Pear and who is Joseph. Let us read it. No one knew Prince Edward Street in Montreal as well as Père Dupin. Now, this is the name of the place, Prince Edward Street in Montreal, as well as Père Dupin. Now, who is Père Dupin? Père is the name of our central character. For Père had delivered milk to the families on this street for 30 years now. So, what was his main task? What was his main job? It was to deliver milk. For 30 years now, it means that he had been doing this for the last 30 years. And for 15 of those 30 years, Joseph, a large white horse. Now we come to know who is Joseph. Joseph was a large white horse, had been drawing the milk wagon used by Pear. So these two are the companions. Joseph is the white horse and Pear is the milk vendor. He used to deliver milk and he had been doing it for the last 30 years. When the horse first came to the Provincial Milk Company, now this is the name of the milk company for which Pear worked, he did not have a name. They told Pear that he could use the white horse. Pear stroked the softness of the horse's neck. He stroked the sheen of its splendid belly and he looked into the eyes of the horse. Now, it was 15 years ago that he did. This is a kind horse, a gentle and faithful horse. Pear said, I will name him after good Saint Joseph, who was also kind, gentle, and faithful. So he named the horse after Saint Joseph. Within a year, Joseph knew the milk route so well that Pear used to boast. Boast means he used to feel proud that he did not need reins. Now, what are reins? Reins are the ropes with which the horse is controlled. He never touched them. So, within a few days, Joseph became so proficient with the route that Pear did not have to control him. Each morning, Pear arrived at the stables. Stable is a place where the horses are kept. Pear arrived at the stables of the Provincial Milk Company at 5 o'clock. The wagon would be loaded and Joseph hitched to it. Hitched means he just gave a small kick. Pear would call, Bonjour, voilà me. Now these are French words. Bonjour means hello or good day. And voilà me means old friend. As he climbed into his seat, the other drivers would laugh and say that every morning the horse turned his head and smiled at Pear. Then Jax, now this is one more character here. Then Jax, the foreman, would say, now who is a foreman? Foreman is the supervisor who assigns work to people and sees that it gets done. So what would he say? All right, Pear, go on. So Pear would call softly to Joseph. Avance more army, and this splendid combination would stalk proudly down the street. So, avance means move. More means my, and army means friend. So, move on, my friend. The wagon without any direction from Pear would roll down to Prince Edward Street. The horse would stop at the first house, allow Pear perhaps 30 seconds to get down and from his seat and put a bottle of milk at the front door. Okay, so the wagon without any direction from Pear would roll down to Prince Edward Street. The horse would stop at the first house, allow Pear perhaps 30 seconds to get down from his seat and put a bottle of milk at the front door, and would then go on skipping two houses and stopping at the third. So they would continue down the length of the street. Then Joseph, still without any direction from Pear, would turn round and come back along the other side. So what we come to know here is that Joseph knew where to stop and for how long to stop. He was so trained. So Pear never gave any instructions to him where to stop and when to stop. So this was the friendship of Joseph and Pear. So I hope this is clear to you all and you have understood it. So uh, please do it carefully.